Hey toy fans and collectors, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com, giving you a look at this Captain America Marvel Legends, the second wave, which is including Black Widow and the Winter Soldier. Love this figure, and been to see the Captain America Winter Soldier movie, and I just loved it. It's fantastic. The packaging, we've got a review up, by the way, if you want to have a look at it, but there's the packaging with the Cap Shield logo up at the top. Really nicely done with the logo, Captain America logo there, and the kind of shiny effect there at the bottom. Marvel Legends, Infinite Series, Captain America. It doesn't say Winter Soldier version or anything, but that's what it is. Nice little drawing there of Cap on the side of the package, chucking his shield at the baddies. And on the back, we again get that laminated picture there of that Captain America figure. It just looks excellent. Hot Toys has released their version of this too, so this is way cheaper, I would recommend in getting this. But nice little coat and look and feel of the figure there overall, so it's a beautiful looking figure. We'll have reviewed all of these by the time this finishes there. And they will eventually make the Mandroid, the Shield Mandroid figure overall. This figure here comes with one of the legs from the Mandroid, but there's not much point showing you a leg. It doesn't do much. We'll wait until the Mandroid figures parts are put together, and we'll show you the figure, and we'll do a review on that separately. So that's the package for this. Let's get a look at the figure itself. Before we do inside, there's a little sheet that tells you all the parts and what's coming with what. It doesn't actually update for these three parts here, so it's kind of useless. But the figure itself is stunning. I love this figure. Now, I've cheated a little bit. I wanted him in a pose to put him up there with a piece of blue tack on his shield there, just to have him in that pose with the shield that was part of the kind of iconic posters that we saw for the movie. So I will take that off, and it's a little confusing in case you're thinking that you can do that. Now, he can't do that, and there's one of the slight negatives about the figure is the hands that he comes with are in fact fists. So you do get swappable hands, and you do get a finger, useful for picking your nose and pointing. You also get one kind of palm signal, so good for stopping and saying, hey, no more. I don't know why there's no gripping hands. It's a little bit of an annoyance there. So yes, fists are great, but he's not able to hold his shield or do anything in any other way, so a bit annoying. However, the figure is just, I love it, absolutely love it. The shield itself, we get the blue and silver version of it. Let me just focus in on that a little better. There we go. So we even get the nice kind of metallic stud details there on the star, just in the corners. So nicely done, and it's a lovely kind of colour there. The silver and the blue just really works. There's a kind of plastic swirl that's going on, but it makes it a very nice kind of shine and sheen off it. Looks like it's been reused. I think it's actually identical to the World War II shield. So in the back we get the printed, not printed I should say, the moulded kind of straps there, which allow it to be put on his arm. One is bigger than the other, so it pretty much fits on his left arm, but there's no peg on the back to put it onto his like his back in the movie, which again is a bit of a shame, but however, that's what we get. So in terms of the facial sculpt on this, I've heard a few people debate about this, the quality of it, and whether it's Chris Evans or not. Look, at certain angles, it really is Chris Evans. I think at certain moments like that, it's kind of Chris Evans, but it is a 6-inch figure after all. But I think the facial sculpt on it is as good as we're going to get, really. Some nice weathering on his hair there, so it's not all just blonde. It's got some kind of colouring going throughout that. It's nicely done. And I think very much for facial sculpt and paint on it, it's very clear and very accurate overall. Love the bodysuit that he's got on him. You can see the Rogers on the shoulder there and the little American flag, tinily very small painted onto his shoulder, but it's just beautiful. It works really well. For once on this figure, there is no real paint issues too much. You could almost see the silver that's a little bit scraped off there in the chest is weathering, but it's still pretty good overall. So you get a little bit of black going on there. As far as I can tell, all brand new sculpt overall. I don't see any reused parts here whatsoever. And again, no peg hole at the back, which is a bit of a surprise for Marvel Legends, but again, no way to put that shield, so However, we get some nice paint and moulding throughout. There's a bit of cap butt for the ladies, or gents if you're into that thing. and some nice detail down in his boots, the buckles that are down there, all the straps are going on. Tell you what, I think the feet have been reused from a previous figure. They look a little bit like the World War II cap, which is a great figure. No one seems to be buying that one, but it's a really good figure. By the way, I picked this up at dorksidetoys.com, link directly underneath the video if you want to get it. I think their pre-order for this has sold out, but they may be getting more. So keep an eye on the channel if you want to get some more, because these are really hard to get by figures. Hasbro, I believe, cut back on a lot of retailers for this line, which is nuts considering it's a movie being released. So I just don't know what's going on with Hasbro. Nice little Shield logo on there. What else have we got going on? That's pretty much it. He's got that shoulder strap that's going round. The belt is a separate movable piece, so it does have a little bit of movement on there, but it's all fitted on. It doesn't seem to be able to come off. So still nicely done. Very cool looking belt. Cool looking figure. Again, love all the detail that it's got going on. Articulation, plenty of it. You can see on his neck there, ball joint with a pin there to hinge that. Same for the tops of those shoulders, ball joint with a hinge on the shoulders. You can see the swivel swivel biceps up there. He's got a double joint on his elbow, so plenty of movement there. Swivel wrists, and you can see the joint there on the fist, which allows that movement back and forth again. So if he was on a motorbike, that'd be very cool. On the waist, you can see the ab crunch. So again, that's how Steve keeps fit. He does his workout there, and he's on the torso. He's also got a swivel waist. Just a little bit of movement there. A little bit restricted with the belt, but it does move around. You can see ball joint with a hinge on the thighs. Up at the top, he's got swivel thighs. Double joints on the knees. Very well done and hidden by the kind of knee pads. He's got, I believe, the boot swivel. Yep, the boot swivel up at the top up there. And he's got rocking ankles, so all sorts of movement. And peg holes at the bottom. Love this figure. Absolutely love him. Everybody's going nuts about Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. Absolutely, because she's one per case. Oi, 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 Hasbro. Anyway, this guy is definitely one you want to pick up. So, again, if you haven't pre-ordered, I've pre-ordered, so I got all of my figures, again, from Dorkside, and I'm so glad I got them, with the prices of $16, $70. So the price of the entire wave, people are paying for Black Widow alone. So I'm super glad I managed to get the entire wave for really fair, equal pricing. I don't know why people just take and gambles with figures, but hey-ho. Great figure, love it, absolutely love it. So the only real downside is maybe the hands don't have that kind of grip, and you can't hold on to the shield, but it looks still great with it. And you can just about, you've got to force it a little bit to get it on, but with a little effort, you can have Cap holding his shield there and throwing a punch. Now, obviously, one other thing that is rather important, which I nearly missed, is he's got a swappable head. So let me show you that. And again, it's also great. So again, really good detail on there. Little silver pieces on the helmet. I like that little touch there they've done with the silver, and the molding of the helmet's absolutely on the money. Little studs and rivets almost on that helmet too, and a very well painted A. Even the eyes look great on this version of the head. Nearly forgot about this. The chin strap there as well. So I actually bought a second one at Dorkside just so I can display these, so I'm very glad I got them. But very, very cool figure. And the swappable head and the hands just make it a great figure, and one for seconds, I think. But love to know your thoughts. What do you think? Comments below, please leave, let us know. What about comics to read for Steve Rogers? I'm currently reading my way back through some of the old Winter Soldiers and some other Captain America comics. But I'd love to know your thoughts. If you're a Cap fan out there, let us know what you think. Good comic Cap stories. Please leave a comment below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whatever. We'll good feedback. Either way, it's good to know. And if you're brand new to TekSushi, click the subscribe button. You will get lots of cool Marvel stuff. The minute we get it, you'll get it. There's also some links underneath, again, to Dorkside Toys, where I picked this up, directly underneath, and also to all of our other social channels. You'll find us on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, all that stuff. We're on there, and we shall see you for more Marvel Legends and Cap reviews coming up soon. Cheers.